Or I'm sorry for the delay, everybody. Can't believe I ran out of storage space. It happened just like that, but I really didn't want to have to re-go through everything that I just said. Here's part 2 of the Monsterverse is ending. Tohoverse is coming. I was at before saying that I don't mind having the Monsterverse end for the Tohoverse. I think it's going to be a fine idea. I think that we're also going to be happy with what we are going to get. But you know, the interesting thing that I really wanted to get into before I have to make sure that I run out of space again is now when Toho came up with this idea that they want to do another cinematic Tohoverse themselves, it was most likely going to be a live action. But now with the pandemic and now with all these things happening, would it still be? Or would it be animated? See, Toho's already gone out of their way to make several anime Godzilla features, all of them for Netflix. So the interesting question is, would they now just create anime Godzilla movies that exist in the same universe? And would that still be cool to like everybody? Would everyone still want to see that? There's a lot of interesting designs that have come in with the anime versions of these characters and these monsters. And quite frankly, I don't think I hear a lot of praise about them. The new Singular Point designs look pretty interesting. Gabra looks pretty cool. Titanosaurus looks pretty cool. And Jet Jaguar just looks like an anime robot, you know? But you know, Godzilla Earth was pretty cool looking, you know.
Alright.
But, you know, I feel that maybe a lot of people would be happier with the live action way of doing it. Does it still feel like a cinematic universe if it's not live action? I think is the question that I want to ask. I don't know how I feel about it personally. I'm kind of okay with getting whatever, because I just love to see new Godzilla stuff, like, all of the time anyway. But, yeah, would it be better off? And if so, how do you suppose that they would go for it? See, I've always thought that you would have at least 2 or 3 human characters that you would have as the glue for all of the movies that you would put in, like, everyone's movies. You start off with a Godzilla movie, you get a Mothra movie, a Rodan, and so on and so forth, and, but how would it be? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would they kind of do it? They've already kind of made one before in the past with the original 60s movies. Kind of was its own cinematic universe, and the Heisei stuff, same thing, you know? Like they had, like, 1 or 2 characters that showed up in all of those movies. So, you know, like, how do you suppose, is it going to be that it's a sequel to the original 1954 movie again, and then they just kind of make new stuff that way, or are they going to remake Godzilla again, and he has his first appearance again, and then they're just going to build it off of that? I don't really know. And I'm curious as to what you all think, too. But anyway, this is what I just kind of know. Circling back to the first video, the Monsterverse is ending because of rights. And we're getting a Tohoverse instead. So, what do you all think? Do you think that it is going to still be a cinematic universe if they do it live action or not? What do you think?